Hi, everyone. I am Wendy Watson, the hostess with the mostest for the SaaS, Cash, and Class conference that I am hosting next April right here in Denver. And with me today, I have Miss Kathy Dirksen. She's going to be one of our expert panelists on our community panel. So we are doing 4 panels. We're going to have 4 experts on each panel. One is going to be about finance and business. One is community. One is health and wellness. And the other one is family life, right? Because these are all the things that we are challenged with in keeping in balance. And so community is really important for a number of reasons. And first, before we get into that, we're going to allow Kathy an opportunity to introduce herself.
Well, thank you so much, Wendy. I'm really excited about the event. It'll be really neat to come to Denver and connect with the rest of the community.
Yeah.
And yes, and the main thing that I focus on in my work really is, I would say, focus on midlife women especially, and really helping us see that there are so many opportunities and possibilities around us. And that, in our culture, we've kind of been told after the age of 40 and 50 that you're kind of obsolete and you might as well just disappear. And just really to give us all that encouragement and support to know that, no, we are just getting started, and that there is a whole community of women around the world that are here to support us each in whatever that thing is that we decide we're going to do with the rest of our life. So that's a big focus of my work. And one of the big ways I do that is through creating anthologies, so multi-author book projects, giving women the platform to share their story, share their wisdom, and of course, become international best-selling authors.
Yes. Who doesn't want to be a best-selling author?
That's right.
Yeah, especially international. So why the SaaS Cash and Class conference? Why this particular conference did you want to participate in?
Well, part of it is that you and I connected a couple months ago, and I really loved working with you. And so I know that anything that you bring together is going to be an amazing group of ladies. And that was actually one of the key reasons, really knowing that you and I kind of really connect in that way. And since COVID, I really haven't done a lot of in-person things. I do a lot of on Zoom, and my whole world is through the virtual reality that we have here. But that's one of my missions for 2025 is to get traveling, get out, be with people in real life, and really kind of step more into that. So yes, so the combination of you creating this and it being exactly what I've been trying to or working on creating for next year, it was the perfect fit.
Oh, I love that. I love it when it's a win-win-win. Right. So
Exactly,
I win
yes.
by having you on our panel. Our audience wins by having you on our panel, and you win for being able to reach your goals for 2025. So I love that.
Perfect.
So why the community panel?
Well, a big part of everything that I do is really helping women create community and to realize that they're not alone. And I think for a lot of women, that feeling of being alone in trying to do something new, in getting these visions and dreams of what we want to do next, but feeling like we don't have that support. And one thing I find as well is that for a lot of us, I'd say our immediate family and friends are not the ones who are going to support us when we come up with some big idea of what we really want to do next. And of course that feeds into that feeling of, well, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should continue playing small. Maybe I should just putter in the corner. And so really that part of creating and seeing that you're surrounded by community, I think is a key factor that allows women to step into these new possibilities. And to me, that's what the rest of our life is going to be. We need to plan to live into our 90s.
Yeah.
And so for those of us in our 50s and 60s, you've got a whole chapter left. A healthy, smart, now you've got so much wisdom to share, so much expertise to put out there in the world. So that feeling of let's do this together, even if we're doing different things, just that knowing that we are being supported and encouraged and cheered on by other women around the world. So that's a key part of everything I do.
I love that because we are so much stronger together than we are apart. And that is the true sense of community, finding those people in your world, aside from family and, you know, your immediate circle, that really helps to elevate both of you, where you elevate each other to be the best version of yourselves. And so if you can create this community of that, man, that is such a powerful source, right?
Exactly.
Yes. So what are you hoping to bring to the panel that our listening audience can look forward to?
Well, I think a lot of the key things would be my own lived experience in creating community and how community has changed, like helped me change my life completely. For those of you that don't know anything about me, I've gone through 2 complete career changes. I was first in medical genetics, then I was in financial planning, and now I'm mainly in publishing and speaking. So complete different career changes. So complete need to rebuild community every time. And then part of that too is going through a divorce, becoming a single mom, stepping into that whole arena. And again, another example of where community and creating community around me was so critical. So there's that side of it that's really my own personal journey and what I've learned along the way. The other side of it is what I've learned from all the women that I've worked with over the last few years. So there's the kitty.
I told you it wouldn't take long.
Because as I mentioned, the main thing that I do is create these multi-author books, and each book has 20 women from anywhere around the world, a truly global community of women. And each one of them is sharing their own journey, what their struggles have been, what their triumphs have been. So I've learned a lot from the women that I've worked with over the last couple of years too. So really bringing that all together and being able to really share that in a way that helps other women look at their community differently. And especially, again, I keep coming back to the idea of opportunities and possibilities that are outside of what you see already.
Yes, because so many times we get stuck, we want to create something, and we have a vision in our mind's eye of what that looks like. But it could totally present itself in a totally different package, and we may not recognize it because we're stuck on this vision, right? So keeping our minds open to different ways of what we're trying to manifest might present how it might present itself.
Yeah. And one of the things I find too is that quite often we're not even giving ourselves permission to think about what we really want. And so when we start stepping into that, that's when we start seeing things that we had never noticed before.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I think that encouragement and that support from a community is what allows us to really do that.
Yes. And so we met through She Talks and Leadership Global, and She Talks is the main participant, the main supporter in the SAS Cash and Class Conference. What have you gained, or what have you seen, or what community have you noticed in the She Talks community?
I've loved the energy in the group. And, and I'm really looking forward to when we can get together in person and really do some of these, whether it's your conference or going on a trip somewhere else. But as soon as we were introduced to She Talks through the Leadership Global community, I just knew I need to connect with those ladies because I can just feel the energy of the momentum in that group. So I've loved all the connections I've made, and I definitely know that I need to get more active in that community as well and really meet more people and take advantage of some of the other opportunities there as well.
Yes, absolutely. Because they have an international magazine you get to contribute to for free, right? You have the community platform where you can connect with the members. You have all kinds of opportunities within She Talks to really create the community that you're looking for, that supportive womanhood of all ages and all walks of life, which I really love because I love learning. Personally, I love learning from all different cultures. I want to learn everything. As much as my brain will consume. Well, lovely. It's so good to have you on here. Thank you for taking a moment to introduce yourself, to our audience and the people that are going to come to our conference in April. Again, it is the SaaS Cash and Class Conference hosted by Lead and Empower Her She Talks. Wendy Watson, your hostess with the most, is April 5th, 2025, right here in Denver, Colorado. Even if you're out of state, we're going to have all kinds of people, and most of our speakers are coming in from out of state. So you're going to meet some fantastic speakers, some expert panelists like Kathy, and I promise you, you will walk away with your mind blown. So we look forward to seeing you on April 5th. Come listen to Kathy. She'll be on the community panel, and we look forward to seeing you soon.